a weird thing that's happening in my new Ram 1500 and a mod I'm changing that I just did. Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Automotive FST. Real quick, if you haven't before, make sure you smash that subscribe button and click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. So that's right, there is a weird thing that I've noticed about my new Ram 1500, and I am going to be changing a mod that I just did. The paint's probably not even fully dried yet. So what am I talking about with this weird thing? Well, I noticed this almost from the first day that I had the truck. And that is when I would shut the truck off, open the door to get out, there would be kind of a little thump noise, kind of like a boom, over the speaker system inside the truck. I think it's when everything is shutting down. You know, when you pull up and you turn the truck off, the radio will play for a couple of minutes until you open the door or whatever. So I noticed that it did it even with the radio off. In other words, I might have the radio on mute like I do right now. I pull up, turn the truck off, open the door, and about as long as it took me to step out of the truck, there would be a little thump inside. Now, I also noticed this when I got in the truck today. I got in the truck, I shut the door, and I didn't immediately start it up. So it's like the truck knew that I was getting in. It kind of activated some stuff, you know, getting ready for you to fire it up and go for a ride, but I didn't. And then there was that same little real quiet, subtle thump kind of over the speaker system in the truck. I'm curious if anybody else out there who might have a Ram 1500 has noticed the same thing. If you're getting this weird kind of thump noise over the speaker system when you shut the truck off, or even when you get in it and don't start it right away, leave a comment, let me know. I'd be curious. Is it my truck? Do I have some kind of weird short? Or is that just normal for the truck? Now, I also mentioned about a mod that I'm going to be changing. You know, I'm talking about the Ram letters, or the word across the front of the grill. You know, I had popped those letters off, the silver ones or chrome ones that were on there, and then I replaced them with some black ones. They were fine, the black ones, but I wanted something a little bit more poppy on the front. I wanted something that popped when you saw the front of the truck. So I ordered some more. I took the black ones off, my first replacement set them aside, painted the ones I got in because they were black, and put them on. Now, the issue is the second set that I bought is a little bit oversized. They didn't fit properly in the slots that are in the truck to begin with. You know, there's a couple slots back there that you fit some little tabs in and stuff. They didn't fit properly anyway, so I kind of had to adapt them a little bit to put them in. Now, it's not like I screwed them up or anything. I didn't mess them up, but they still just didn't fit properly, and they're a little bit bigger, really, than what I want in those slots, particularly the R. The R kind of hangs over a little bit. You know, the R in the Ram, it kind of hangs over a little bit. So I've decided that I guess I'm going to go ahead and replace them with the first set that I got that is the right size. I do have to paint them, so that's got to be done. I'm not looking forward to that. As much painting as I do, you might get the idea that maybe I actually like it. I really don't like doing it. It's not a whole lot of fun for me, and it's kind of messy. It gets paint all over the garage. So anyway, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take that first set that I got. I am going to sand them down. I'll prime them and go through the whole paint process. Now, the good thing about it is I was able to find the paint. I did have to order it online because apparently Lowe's isn't carrying it anymore, but it's still out there, but it's rather expensive. I think it was like 14 or 15 bucks for the can, where I paid like 6 or 7, 8 maybe from Lowe's before. So I'm waiting for it to show up. Now, I did want to mention, when I put the first ones on, or the second set, I should say, I did use double-sided tape, so I could kind of hold them down a little bit to make them a little bit more stable. The good thing about it is that because they really are only held on by double-sided tape and maybe the one set of tabs. I did have to cut the other set off because, again, they were just too wide. It didn't fit. But maybe because it's only held on by double-sided tape, they'll be a bit easier to pull off. And I'll give you a little tip. If you're looking at removing yours, you can kind of pull those letters out just a little bit so that you can get like a razor blade behind them. And that's good for me because I know where the tape is that I put on at the top and the bottom. So I can take that razor blade if I have to and kind of cut the tape just a little bit so that I can start to pull them off. Now, I don't know if you guys heard that right there. I pulled up, the truck is sitting outside of my house here, and I had that pop again. I don't know if I talked over it, if the radio or the phone rather will pick it up, but it did happen again. So anyway, that's my plan. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to rip those letters off. Another good thing about doing this is, one, you can change the colors, you know, if you want to. Maybe you get sick of it later on, you want to change them out. You can certainly do that. And by putting the replacements in, particularly if you have to do what I did with double-sided tape, it is much simpler to get them off and on. So that's the one saving grace about it. It shouldn't be too hard for me to pull them out. Now, I want to mention too, on the back of the truck, I did put a customized logo, not logo, but a customized badge on there. I took the original badge apart and then I painted it so it was red. That came out really well. I'm very happy with that. I love the way that it looks. It's held up pretty good, although there's one thing I discovered about it. In the design of it, it has like a bunch of slats, if you will. Those slats reflect the light differently. So when you walk around the truck, it kind of changes. The bad thing about it is it kind of changes to almost a pink color when you're standing off to the side. Not quite. It's really more of a muted red, I guess, but still kind of resembles pink a little bit. Not the look I was going for, but when you're dead on the back of the truck, or if you happen to be sitting behind the truck in a car or another truck, you're at the right angle so the light reflects properly and you can actually see the true red color of it. But I just thought it was kind of interesting. It's not something that I had ever planned for, because when I painted it originally, I was looking at it sitting down on a table. So I was standing over it and I didn't have the light reflecting differently off of it. So just a little thing to be aware of. If you're looking to take yours off and paint it, you might get a little bit of differing colors depending on how you're looking at it at the back of the truck. So that's what I've got going on. Again, don't forget to leave a comment. If you've experienced that thumping in your truck, I'd be very curious to know, because if enough people are, then I'll just assume that it's normal. Real quick, if you didn't in the beginning, make sure, smash that notification bell and click that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. I do have 2 additional channels. Rob Motive, all about my 2021 Toyota Tacoma, and Rob Motive JT, all about Jeep Gladiators. Check them out, and if you're interested, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.